And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Well, it's the final Premier League match day that is upon us this weekend, which will also mark the last time Jurgen Klopp takes charge of Liverpool. Sad times indeed, and I'm going to savour it personally, every single moment of it, this weekend as we take on Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's going to be a moment of celebration, not the title as many of us would have hoped, but of course, certainly the great moments that this man has given this football club over the last 9 years. So it's going to be sad to see him go. Of course, he's had his last press conference today as well. And also the club also announced that players were going to be leaving. As stated, we already knew that Joel Matip and Thiago were going to be exiting the football club, but that has now been made official on the club's website, and they are now going to be free agents. So it's not only Jurgen Klopp's send-off, but it's also the send-off for those players as well, and it could actually be other players' last games at Anfield as well, without them really knowing as of yet. Of course, Joel Matip does deserve a great send-off. 8 years at the football club, a fantastic servant for Liverpool, and won countless of trophies, and has been instrumental in us winning a lot of these trophies that we've got. So I do hope he gets a great send-off. And Thiago, the player that, well, didn't really work out as much as I intended it to, or as much as I hope it intended it to be, but of course a great player, and I wish him all the best going forward as well. Now, ahead of the weekend, guys, Arne Slot has came out himself today and confirmed that the contract has been signed and that he will be the next Liverpool manager. He did confirm that in a press conference today. Fabrizio Romano also came in and stated that Arne Slot has formally signed his contract as the new Liverpool head coach today. All documents are in place. The official announcement will follow with Liverpool's desired timing. Work permit is still pending for some of his staff members, and then it will all be sealed. But as you can stated there, the announcement is apparently going to be done after the conclusion of the Premier League season. So if I was a betting man, I would imagine that it would probably be on the Monday, Tuesday at the latest, that will announce the new manager of this football club. Of course, Sunday's all going to be about Jurgen Klopp. I doubt that they're going to announce a new manager on the Sunday. I think on the Monday, he will officially be announced as the Liverpool manager. So exciting stuff there with regards to those kind of things. And then all of a sudden, after this weekend, after we said our goodbyes to Jurgen Klopp, after we've welcomed Arne Slot as the new gaffer at this football club, it's all going to be about the transfer window, which opens on June 14th. So we're a little less than a month away now, but already you can start to hear the transfer rumours start to churn, players. All I know, guys, it's going to be a very, very interesting and busy summer for the Reds, with incomings and outgoings. As I touched upon there, I think there's a lot of players that could end up leaving the club that don't actually know that they're leaving the club on Sunday. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But the exciting stuff, guys, is always with regards to the shiny new players that we could potentially be going on to sign. And today, you may have already seen this rumour go around due to reputable journalists, and a massive French source reports it, but it does look like Liverpool could be set to make a giant transfer U-turn and revisit the potential transfer of Manuel Ugarte, as reportedly he is back on the Reds' radar after the PSG bombshell this week. Yes, L'Equipe have announced that PSG are looking to sell several players this summer, and despite him only being in the French capital for a year, he is on that list. And now, of course, it has already started and stated now that the 23-year-old is on the radar of Liverpool, and they could revisit a transfer this summer for him. Of course, PSG beat us to the signature, or potentially, or reportedly beat us to the signature of Manuel Ugarte last year, when he joined from Sporting in a €60 million deal. And of course, he would be a great acquisition. And reports stating following this bombshell from L'Equipe stated that Liverpool could make a giant U-turn and actually go in for a transfer for him this summer. For those of you that don't know who Ugarte is, he's a 23-year-old defensive midfielder currently playing for Paris Saint-Germain. The youngster enjoyed a breakthrough season at Sporting last year, resulting in a £60 million Euro move to Paris Saint-Germain in the summer of 2023. Ugart has since made 36 appearances across all competitions so far in this campaign, mostly being deployed at the base of the midfield three. His impressive club form from Sporting and PSG has earned him 15 senior appearances for Uruguay's national team, where he plays alongside Darwin Núñez. Despite his young age, Ugart has racked up almost 200 senior appearances already, suggesting that his experience may transcend the face value of his age profile. The tactical fit at Liverpool. Perhaps major question would be whether Ugart would fit into Liverpool's tactical system. Well, if Jurgen Klopp was remaining at Liverpool, then it would be an absolute no-brainer, and Ugart would potentially fill a huge void left since the departure of Fabinho last summer. With Arne Slot's arrival now imminent, it is yet to be seen what system the Dutchman will opt for, though, but typically in his 4-2-3-1 formation with two defensive midfielders operating in a double pivot, Ugart would have a lot of experience in this sort of system and can play in this way, despite it not being his main forte, but definitely is an adaptable midfielder that can play in multiple positions. In terms of footballing attributes, Ugart possesses a lot of ball-winning ability that has been missing this season. Of course, Endo has been put in a good shift in that role, but simply doesn't command the physical presence that a player of Ugart's stature possesses. And obviously another potential stumbling block would be the finances regards to it, but due to them, apparently, according to L'Equipe, they could be selling the players, so it could be for a fairly decent cut price deal, depending on what happens. But a big U-turn there with regards to it, and a player that I certainly like the look of. So we'll find out as the transfer window goes on. As stated, Fabrizio Romano earlier today stated that we are going in for a plethora of centre-backs in this summer transfer window. William Pacho, another player that has been linked to the football club from Eintracht Frankfurt. So yeah, we're starting to see the positions that we're looking to bolster and looking to try and get, but I do think there is room for a defensive midfielder, and as you can probably see in the Liverpool media space today, there has been a lot of videos with regards to Manuel Ugart, and this would be a fairly big U-turn if we were to pull this one off this summer. He certainly does look like an Edwards type of player, and maybe under the old regime wouldn't have been a player that we would have went for, but certainly under Michael Edwards is a player that we could potentially go for. So one to watch this summer. And as stated, guys, I don't come on here and state that we're signing this player, this there. I'm not saying this one is, if you're new to the channel, guys, I'm not saying we sign them. I'm just bringing stuff and information from reputable journalists and bring it to you where we can discuss it. And this one has come from L'Equipe. It's also come from multiple inside sources within Liverpool as well. So again, it could be one that could happen. Again, as stated, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but one to watch certainly as we go into the summer transfer window. But Liverpool fans, that's all I've got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts on Manuel Ugart. Is he a player that you would like to see at the football club? Is he a player that you would spend over £60 million on? As stated, let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.